Patcast quenches your thirst. Oh, baby. We here.
10-2, we steer.
You in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. And this is GPS.
And you have been navigated. Whoa. Hot.
Little extra from my teacher.
Bergie! Bergie, before the show started, said, I'm in class, about to get in trouble. And I said, make your teacher dono, and you'll be fine.
That's amazing.
Oh, my God, Bergie.
That's amazing. Folks, how we doing? Welcome to the Wednesday show. We got some stuff to talk about today. It's in that weird in-between where we're not ready to talk about the games just yet because we still got Friday's episode.
What are we going to talk about Friday? The games. Oh, shit. What do we do Wednesday then?
And that's exactly what I thought when I woke up this morning. And, oh, baby, you got a hundo.
Whoa. Oh, my goodness. Be nice to the Chiefs and the world brings you monetary gain. Okay. Oh, wait.
You know a clip.
Yeah, we're in a new world.
New world order.
Oh God, what the hell?
The NWO. It's Hollywood Hogan. Brandon's trying to find videos.
All right, so game one of the divisional round is done. The Kansas City Chiefs, they move on.
Sounds like Seth Rogen's back there.
It really is. Yeah, I was not. It's not that I wasn't kind to the Chiefs. It's, it's just, yeah.
Hey, man. Whoa.
It's going to come out, and it's going to be, that's a very interesting profile name because it's going to be all about vegetables.
Ooh.
Yep.
He was chopping broccoli.
Got my Brock on lock.
Chopping broccoli.
Yep.
We do have a good episode today.
Fail.
So you guys know.
Hail.
Kale never goes stale. Broccoli. Ooh, man, we got a crew in here.
Show that brings teachers and students together. We honestly should be part of the Common Core curriculum. Let's just put it out there. That's just what we should be. No child left behind.
Did you have Channel 1? Did you have Channel 1 in your schools?
No.
So we had Channel 1, which was a newscast for students. It was only in schools. And like second period for like 12 minutes, however long the show was, you had to sit there and watch Channel 1.
All right.
So I think we just need to set up the same deal where 12 minutes, second period, every school in America, you got to watch GPS.
Yep.
And the students get to donate portions of the teacher's salary as super chats, since teachers make so much money.
They do. Honestly, we're just rolling in it. I have made so much less money after becoming a YouTuber when I was a teacher. I was raking it in, man.
We were be all rich teaching Tom over there. Millionaire Tom.
In my ivory tower, just buying all my own supplies.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, I did my hair. That's because I'm ready. Yep. I'm recording after this. So
before I came down, I was filling this up, and Carmi goes, "Tom's cup."
Wow. So
again, she goes, "Don't spill it."
So Uncle Tom is gone now. Yep.
You're just Tom. You're on first name basis.
Wow. I have been exiled from the family. I've been excommunicated. So, yeah. It's fine. All right. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about. You were saying about a show with there's things happening. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I did. Okay, so we're going to talk about the MVPs, the finalists, because they're getting announced today. And then we're going to rank the best players in the playoffs. So I put together a tier maker for us specifically.
I like it.
We'll rank them together, Tom, and then
I like it.
we'll see where
On
these
hiatus.
players really stand, who has the best team. And of course, we got our power rankings to touch on this week. Spoiler alert, I think our power rankings are identical.
Wait a minute. If they're identical, then why am I getting yelled at? Did you put the Chiefs at 4?
No.
Then they're not identical. Part of there's literally 4 teams to look at. How can you get that wrong? How can you get that wrong?
Oh, well, because you did them upside
Appreciate you,
down
man.
in my brain.
I did them upside down in your What does that even mean? I did them upside down in your brain? What?
Yeah.
Reddit, what is that sentence?
So when I write the power rankings, I go high to low. And so I glanced at yours thinking you went the same way. And I did
1, 2, 3, 4, Perna. It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, but I go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let me freaking...
You just said high to low, but it is high to low because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 the
No,
lowest.
high is in the highest number. All right. I'm going to make this super confusing for everybody.
There's 4 teams, Brandon. It's the easiest power rankings ever. It's the last one we're going to do because we're not ranking the final 2 teams.
Hold on. Hold on. Man.
Brandon, what did you do?
You know what's funny is I didn't even rank your teams correctly, Tom. Outside of me doing it backwards, I didn't even put them in the right order. Oh my God. Here. I'm going to just pop this up. I'm going to fix it. There you go.
Brandon, why did you make it even more complicated? I don't even know what we're doing.
Bengals are 1.
No, this is not what I did. That's wrong.
That's what I just said.
Oh, so you're okay? Yeah, no, that's wrong. And you put. I hate you so much. I hate you so much. Why is Aaron Rodgers in a Jets jersey?
There we go.
Oh my God!
I fixed it.
That's not it. I heard it was good. Yeah, no, I saw an advertisement for that. Yeah. You know what? Okay.
We're going to get these power rankings correct.
So you put the Chiefs at number 1?
Hold on. Yes, I did.
Buddy, you didn't even get my 2. I
know. I messed up, I said.
But it's so messed up.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you. You know what? Let's just start with this. Let's just start. Hey, no flipping. Shh. Silence. No cursing here. No.
Go, Pack, go.
You son of a gun. Okay.
Go, Pack, go.
Well, I don't do power rankings next week because it's only 2 teams. All right. Let's just jump into this first. Okay. So we have 2 things correct. We have the 49ers, which I think that's the 49ers at 3. And then the Eagles. Yeah, I get that. So we swapped the 1 and 4. So you put the Chiefs at number 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Explain.
100%. Whoa.
Did you do it just to curse them?
No.
That was the least convincing no I think you've ever said on the show.
This is my most genuine power rankings ever. All right. Why did I put the Chiefs at 1?
Yeah, we'll probably do it.
First of all, they have Patrick Mahomes, who last time played on a sprained ankle, had 2 of his 3 best passing games that season. Oddly, the last time he got a high ankle sprain was against the Jacksonville Jaguars. He came out the next 2 weeks, threw like 7 touchdowns, close to 800 passing yards. His quarterback rating was off the charts. So I'm like, you know what? I don't even buy into the fact that this ankle is going to slow him down. I think it's actually going to make him better because he's going to be working on getting rid of the ball more quickly. So I just don't think there's a better offense in the postseason than the Chiefs. So I got them at 1. I ain't tried to do shit, guys.
So
I
you
said,
think
you know what? I can't try anymore. I can't try to be too nice to the Chiefs. I just got to be genuine for the first time in my life. Boom.
yeah, but now nobody believes it.
Well, doesn't matter what they believe. It's what's in my heart.
Okay. So you
I
think
just
the
think he's going to play
Bengals
better with this sprained ankle. That's
so you
my
think
belief.
the Bengals are the worst team left in the postseason?
Well, I mean, you're talking about the 4 best teams in the NFL.
Uh-huh.
It's hard to call any of them the worst remaining,
I mean, there is because it is the worst out of the remaining.
but I would say the Bengals, while having a very good defense,
Mm-hmm.
has not shown like the dynamic aggressiveness of, say, the Eagles and the 49ers defenses. And I think you need that dominant sort of group to slow down these Chiefs. Slow them down.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I love Trey Hendrickson, love Sam Hubbard. Oh,
Uh-huh.
also, I think Eli Apple cursed the Bengals. I think he cursed the Bengals.
I'm surprised it's not 14 teams either. Honestly, this would be the week for you to do 14 teams.
I'm going to do my power rankings after the Super Bowl, and it's going to be one team, and I'm not going to rank the team that won the Super Bowl as my number one team.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. The following week, my number one team will be the Bengals or the 49ers.
Could be the Jets.
Maybe the Jets. Aaron Rodgers going there.
Maybe. Okay. All right.
Going to the team owned by Johnson & Johnson, which is pretty fucking
which I understand. That's a lie. All right. I hear your words. I hear your words. I want to say I understand them, but I hear your words.
Also,
there we go.
Got to be honest, the run game in Kansas City is looking better than the Bengals.
Okay. How so?
If I got to choose a back, I'm choosing Pacheco over Joe Mixon right now.
Okay. Okay. So you're just saying the one running back is better than the two.
Yeah, if I got to bet on a run game right now, I like the Chiefs run game over the Cincy's.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think the Bills played well.
The Bengals had 172 rushing yards compared to the 144 that the Chiefs did.
Yeah. More yards doesn't always mean it's better.
Okay.
A lot of those came late when the game was out of reach.
Oh, I will be seeing that. Yes. No, I will be seeing that because he did Midsommar and Hereditary. All right. Yeah, I put the Bengals at 1, which I think is a little risque, but
these teams could be 1.
Yeah.
And he could be 4, and he could be 2, and he could be 3.
I dropped the 49ers a little bit just because I think that their offensive line really wasn't so great against the Cowboys. I think their offense kind of got stuck in the first half. They still won in like their defense, but they're still a great team. The Eagles, I think, just put on a show and like they just look dominant, and they also have a really good defense as well. And I've been saying this now for a while that like that's the team in the NFC that can go toe to toe with the 49ers and I think can beat them. And then for the Bengals Chiefs, the only reason I put the Chiefs at 4 is simply because of Patrick Mahomes' injury. Because if it makes him a little less mobile, that is going to help out the Bengals. And I think that the Bengals right now, truly, I think they're the most clutch team left in the postseason. I think that they do what they need to do. They're efficient and they win. I think them going into Buffalo and having the performance that they did really, really impressed me. Just on the offense, on the defense, Joe Burrow does not blink. Like it's, yeah. I just think that they kind of have all this confidence right now. I said the old Mike McCarthy line, like they're nobody's underdog. And I think that they could go in Arrowhead and definitely win.
Oh, I think they can too. I agree with everything you said. I'm just not betting against the Chiefs right now.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like in terms of clutch too, it's like to me, I think it's hard because we just don't have the same sort of sample size for the Eagles because most of their wins, they've just kicked the piss out of their opponents. But I feel like the 49ers and the Bengals have played like the toughest games where they've just had to play 4 quarters of football and do all the right things. And I would say the 49ers and Bengals feel like the 2 most clutch teams. It would be kind of funny, a Bengals Super Bowl rematch against the 49ers as, from the 80s. But 2 things I also wanted to address here on GPS. 1, Dallas Goedert pronounces his last name incorrectly. So when I say Goedert, it's because that's how I believe it should be said. 2, in my power rankings, when I said the book 1984, which clearly came out in the year 1984, when I was referencing a stat about the 49ers in 1984 was a joke, people. I was joking. Number 1 comment in my video, 1984 came out in 1949, idiot. Good God. Oh, that was bothering me all night. I hate when I make a joke and people just think I'm dumb.
You're like, I'll do that on my own. I don't need you to dive into that. Hey, listen, I spent literally all day working on a video and I said Cooper Rush instead of Amari Cooper in the first 30 seconds. And so the entire video was like garbage then because I was like, well, I mean, they were like, oh, did you mean Amari Cooper? And I was like, great. So glad I spent hours working on this. And so I was like, all right, got to edit this out and hope YouTube editors and screw up my video.
Yeah. Dallas Goedert, I get because I decided I was going to say it Goedert instead of Goddard like 2 years ago. And I forget that people probably just don't know that anymore.
Yep.
But if you look at the way those letters are combined in any other word, it's not pronounced God. I'll tell you that. Tell you that.
No God. There's no God.
There's no God in human.
No. All right.
Except if his name's Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
I see God in that man.
Okay. So yeah, that's our power rankings. we did it. There we go. That's what we want to see. That's what we want. That's what we want to see. Yes.
There we go.
Reaching the people. Let's go.
I don't even watch football.
The soccer thing, right?
Yeah. I haven't watched a single football game this year.
Oh, there's football this year?
No, it's almost over, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're going to play in the big Pro Bowl and then season ends.
Yes. Johnny, you win. Yes.
Spaceballs
reference, Brandon. You know, the movie that came out in 1984.
Yeah.
That was a joke.
I also said that movie was about a utopian society.
Oh, buddy.
That's what's more concerning is people didn't point out that I missed.
People were like, yeah!
It was about a perfect society. Oh.
All right. Do you want to let's look at the people who were nominated?
Sure.
All right, let's do that. So the nominees for the Oscars came out, and no one cared except Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to win everything. 1. 2, the real nominees came out for MVP, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, and there's some snubs on there.
There's some snubs?
There's some snubs on there, buddy. There be some snubs.
All right.
Do we have a list that we can pull up real quick? Oh, I can put it up on the NFL. Hold on. Just so we can have a visual aid.
Yeah, visual aids are great.
I got it. Oh, my mic just...
Nope. Yep. Don't worry. I got it.
Oh, you got it?
No, I was just going to talk while you're pulling it up.
Oh, yeah. Talk. Speak.
Well, Andrew dropping a 50 for the kitty.
Thank you, Andrew. Bengals bandwagon. There you go.
Bam.
There's only one thing that you can say to that. Only one.
Kitty goes meow. Kitty goes meow.
See, I was going to see this.
Get your hand off my penis!
I was going to see that.
I saw when you posted the, I think on Twitter,
Appreciate you.
Was it was it basically the origin of Kitty Goes Meow when it's you're playing the little kid drawing the that's
It's from that video. The whole that whole sketch was hysterical. It was just before one of the Bengals reaction videos.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite openings ever. Okay, hold on. Now I got it, but now that I got distracted about the penis clip, and now, okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, look, my mic is peaking again. Okay.
Whoa. There you go.
Boom.
Incredible visual aid, NFL.com. Look at that. What a freaking lame layout for their MVP.
Like, here's a list.
It's like somebody just created a Word doc and dropped it in.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know what? Reject the cookies. I only eat Rachel's cookies. Done.
Damn.
Nice try, NFL idiots. Okay, so we got MVP. We got all the different awards. So I figured we just go through each category. Do you want to start with MVP or do you want to save that for last?
No, let's start with it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I torturing you for some reason? You're the one who wanted to come in here. Sorry, there's a cat.
The cat, not me.
Well, yeah. All right. I'm just get tortured from your power rankings. Okay,
Patrick
so
Mahomes, MVP, not even a contest.
It really isn't a contest. I mean, I like that they put Justin. Well, I don't like it, but I appreciate they put one non-QB up there, like Justin Jefferson. I think between him and Tyreek Hill, they deserved at least a nom.
Tyreek Hill for sure. Jalen Hurts, I could argue against Pat Mahomes for MVP. Because you saw what the Eagles' offense was without him, and I thought that actually did him a favor in terms of possibly winning this. But I don't know, man. It's just like I was thinking about this last night. Mahomes just doesn't have bad games. Like, what's a bad game for Patrick Mahomes?
Did he throw 3 interceptions against you guys?
Yeah, and they still friggin' won after getting up 27-0. And then, he played one bad game. It was against my team, and he still won. So
yeah, they're gonna say because Hurts missed time. I mean, I think that's gonna be the big thing. Like, he's gonna miss time, and there were some games where he wasn't amazing. There was also games where he was incredible and ran for a gajillion yards or threw for a gajillion yards. But I agree with you. They're going to give it to Pat Mahomes, though. There's no way.
Yeah. But what Jalen Hurts can do with his legs is different than Mahomes because and Josh Allen, Hurts and Josh Allen will run the ball. They'll score rushing touchdowns. They'll beat you that way.
Yeah.
Mahomes is just extending plays for an eternity until Travis Kelce gets open for the 4th time on the same play and you can see him. So they're similar style, but they're used different. And I respect teams that use strengths that Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts have. It's just more fun to watch when a quarterback can rip off a 30-yard run or rush for 2 or 3 touchdowns in the red zone.
Yeah.
All those things should be factored in. And I won't be mad if Jalen Hurts. I'll be very happy if Hurts gets it over Mahomes, but
I don't think they will.
I think it's Mahomes' year for it.
Well, because you had Allen was in that conversation, Hurts was in that conversation for a while. Allen dropped out of that conversation once he started turning the ball over. Burrow, that's the thing. Burrow, you could have made an argument, I think, for last year too. He played pretty damn well, and he was leading in a bunch of categories that were pretty important, but. Yeah, Burrow's gonna get one of these days, just because the way that he plays, he is good. So good player. But
I mean Burrow and Mahomes or Burrow and Josh Allen each had 35 passing touchdowns. Burrow and Mahomes, same number of picks at 12. Your passer ratings are both above 100. I think it just comes down to Mahomes' ability to extend plays and a little bit more of that wow factor versus Burrow just being this more traditional pocket passer type quarterback.
Yeah, who can run. He did against the Bills, but not as frequently as you see Mahomes do it.
Yeah.
All right, defensive player of the year. I think they threw Chris Jones up there, but I don't think Chris Jones has a shot. It's between Bosa and Parsons. I'm going to lead towards Bosa, though. I think they're going to give it to him. Parsons is great, and especially in the beginning of the year, he was it was every week, dude. When they went on that win streak at the beginning after they lost to the Buccaneers, it was him every week making plays. But there are a couple of games where he disappeared and like he just wasn't there. Like I think it was against the Eagles. He like just didn't show up, but I think they're going to wind up giving it to Bosa because he was just dominant this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think the guy who deserves it is Chris Jones, honestly. He's a defensive interior player, 15 and a half sacks, which is technically it's a tie for third most with Matt Judon. But like all your other like sack leaders, Bosa, Garrett, Reddick, Judon, Highsmith, Parsons, Burns, Crosby, Watt, like all those guys are edge rushers. And Jones without those sack numbers has been like a dominant player on the interior. And then to have that on top of it. And I think like if you take Chris Jones off of the Chiefs defense, they suffer the biggest setback, I think, of any of these teams remaining. Although it's funny because like Jones has never had a sack in the postseason, and Nick Bosa has yet to have a sack in this postseason. So I think whoever gets the first sack between those two, that's how we should determine who gets the award.
It's not about the regular season anymore. It's just here.
Yeah.
So who do you think they're going to wind up giving it to, though?
Bosa.
Yeah,
I think Bosa will get it. Like defensive player of the year, almost to me seems like whoever has the most sacks. Same way, like offensive MVP is just the best quarterback. It's not really a valuation of everyone.
Yeah, it's like pressures and sacks.
Yeah.
This one's a little difficult because I'm wondering if they don't give it, because if they give Mahomes MVP, if they just give this to Hurts, or if they give it to one of the wide receivers. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like a consolation prize for Jalen Hurts, and I think that's well deserved. But like you just get tired of seeing QBs like win all these awards. So like I would like them to see like Hill or Jefferson win it, and I think you can make an argument for either because you had Offensive Rookie of the Year. What was that, a few years ago? When it was between Justin Jefferson and Justin Herbert, and Herbert won it over him. And I was like, you could have made an argument for Jefferson here. So there's a part of me that wants Tyreek to like potentially get it. Because there was a couple of games too, like we talked about this, like where Justin Jefferson like was shut down and disappeared.
I think like if Tua didn't get hurt, this would probably be Tyreek Hill's award to lose. And he'll play like he performed pretty much no matter who was quarterback. But I think the Dolphins would have looked like a better team late. They would have, possibly won that game in the playoffs. But I'm going to say Mahomes is going to get MVP and Jalen Hurts is going to get offensive player. I think
if they don't give it to Hurts, they'll give it to Jefferson. I think they'll wind up giving it to him.
Yeah, that's probably the pecking order.
Yeah, I think so. All right, this is where there's some controversy. That offense, I'm not shocked that they put Brock Purdy on here. I just think like you had guys like Chris Olave who definitely should have been on here. You could have made an argument for Watson, but like again, there was times where he disappeared. He came on like mid-season, had a really dominant stretch, and then fell off. But like, I liked Chris Olave a lot. I really thought that he would be potential offensive rookie of the year.
No.
Just
he wasn't dominant enough. It wasn't important enough to the team. For offensive rookie of the year, he only had his most catches in the game, 7, just 4 touchdowns on the year. Don't get me wrong. Like if you watch him, he's talented.
He was really good.
He's very good. 9 is his most receptions. And that was week 3. Like if receivers, it's hard because you're comparing them to guys like Justin Jefferson and OBJ who had these insane performances as rookies at the receiver position. This was Breece Hall's award to lose. Like he was on pace to getting this, but he tore his ACL. I think it's just between Kenneth Walker and Brock Purdy. And if I had to give it to somebody, I would give it to Purdy. Because I don't think this should just be like a stats thing. And that's like another reason why it's hard to go with Olave because the Saints just didn't win enough. But what Brock Purdy did with the 49ers, not losing, I don't know if there's a more important player in the NFL that's a rookie to his team's success than Brock Purdy. If Kenneth Walker gets it, I won't be upset because
Same.
you saw the difference between the Seahawks and with and without him.
Mm-hmm.
But
Walker was their running game, like because like people went down, Walker stepped up. Walker had a great season, and like when Walker wasn't efficient, like it was tough for the Seahawks to get it going. No, I agree. I just, yeah.
If Rashad Penny stayed healthy, we probably wouldn't have Walker this high, but the Seahawks might have been better because Penny was playing. I thought he was playing well, and then he got hurt again.
Walker was good. Yeah, Garrett Wilson's good. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to crap on Garrett Wilson. I just don't think that he is up there with these two guys. Purdy, yeah, they're going to probably wind up giving it to Purdy, to be honest. I think it should be Walker's, though. I think it should be Walker's.
Potato.
They'll give it to Purdy. Defensive Rookie of the Year. I mean,
Sauce Gardner.
It's going to go to Sauce. There's nothing there. It's definitely going to Sauce. I think you can make a really strong argument for Aiden Hutchinson, and maybe that's just because I have so much familiarity, like in seeing him and like how good he is. But they are going to give it to Sauce. There's no way. Tariq Woolen is very good too, but it's going to go to Sauce and outside chance for Hutch.
Yeah, I think, man, like Sauce was great, and I think like he's just running away with the award, and I don't think he should be. I think Aiden Hutchinson. It should be really close between those two. And like Sauce just has like some crazy stats to help him. But I swear to God, he is given more leeway than any
he holds on every play
in the league. And it wasn't just the Broncos game, okay, guys? It wasn't just I've watched some of his highlights. I'm like, he's allowed to molest these receivers like every play, and he's not getting flagged, which is great. Like if you can get away with it, do it. I'm not knocking him for that, but I feel like he was allowed to defend on with a different standard than most defensive backs. Yeah. And for me, it was in such sharp contrast because I believe it was the week before our rookie corner, mid-round guy, Damari Mathis, was flagged 4 times for pass interference in a game. Maybe 2 of those were like deserving, but 2 were just egregious. And then we watched Sauce just assault Cortland Sutton. And we're like, what the hell was happening?
Yeah.
It was like 2 different games were being played. But he's great. He's a really good corner. Like the passer rating he allowed was like insane. But Hutchinson, he looked like where he drafted. He's got
picks, pressures, sacks. Yeah. Like, no, he's an all-around player. Like he should have been the first overall pick. Lions are very happy that he wasn't. But
the problem for Hutchinson was like the Lions defense wasn't as good as the Jets. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If the Lions had a really like a lockdown secondary, Hutchinson's numbers would have been better. His impact would have been talked about more. If they would have won a couple games because of their defense in that weird long losing streak.
Perna, you got a fitty.
Oh, that's a poo.
Poo.
Oh, poo, Brad.
Poo.
Hey guys, Russell here. Yes, the typical boring, Russell, the robot Russell, the one you guys love to know. Real exciting. I'm real exciting. But anyways, everybody has to have an alter ego, right? And I've been thinking about what my alter ego would be, and I think I have an alter ego. His name's Mr. Unlimited. Yeah, you got to be unlimited. You got to have a thought process of being unlimited. So when people
boom, there you go. Boom.
They should have cut him after that, honestly. Like it never even saw the field. They should have just cut him.
No,
they should have cut him.
Oh yeah, we could have had him for free then.
Yeah, that was oh my god, so cringy. Yes, he's good. Comeback player of the year should be Geno Smith. Saquon, I'm really happy with the year that he had. Like he is definitely deserving of it. Christian McCaffrey, I know, coming back from the Panthers, but yeah, Geno Smith needs to win this award. Because nobody thought that he was going to be great.
Yeah. Is comeback player of the year? I thought it was only from injury. Is it just performance too?
I mean, Geno Smith came from like, I'd say Geno. No, I don't think it has to be injury. No.
You've got a
knows
handful of Seahawks in the mix here. So yes, give this one to Geno.
There you go. I don't know. He's such weird. Yeah, you have to give it to Gino though. I mean, again, Saquon is really, 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 really good.
Yeah,
But
they needed more Saquon in the playoffs, in my opinion.
okay, so this is an interesting list.
Coach of the year is probably the most heated debate.
Okay, here I understand why he's on this. Sean McDermott should not win this award. I understand why he's on it, but he is by far like the bottom for me. And I think just like what they went through, and I think kind of just, all the trials and tribulations that I get it. He deserves the honor, but no, should not get the award. I would put Kyle Shanahan then like right after McDermott, because I know this is gonna be bad, but like Shanahan is like a consistently great coach, but I think he also has a star-studded roster. I understand he's doing it with a QB3, but I think he also has a crap ton of talent there too. In my opinion, I think Sauce. I think in my opinion, you need to have. Okay, Adam, just no. KOC doesn't even deserve to sniff this list. Anyway, in my opinion, if you can see the direct juxtaposition between a coach like who got fired last year doing absolutely nothing with a roster and a team, and that roster stays mostly the same and you're able to have better results, that's good coaching. I think it's Brian Daboll. Sirianni's there, but he's another one. He has star-studded guys. And I'm not saying he's not good. He definitely deserves the acknowledgement. I think it's between Peterson and Daboll. And I think it should be Daboll.
Daboll deserves it. Peterson deserves it. Sirianni deserves it. I think Kyle Shanahan should get it. Because both Brian Daboll and Doug Peterson, same situation where they turned around, bad teams. And that's very impressive. But they both had the same quarterback all year long to work with. Now, I would maybe give the edge to Brian Daboll over Peterson because Peterson got a very, very good quarterback, and we just saw him unlock his potential. Brian Daboll turned a quarterback who was struggling into a better player.
Yep.
Coach to his strengths. You can't knock anything they did. Nick Sirianni, what he's done the last couple years with the Eagles, I think is really impressive. I think it's hard to separate his couple seasons of really good work with the team. I just think the Eagles felt like they were trending in the wrong direction, and then they hired Sirianni, and everyone's like, "Who the hell is this crazy dude?" And it's worked out, and he's done a hell of a job. He's developed Jalen Hurts. Mm-hmm. I think there's a lot to be said for that.
Completely agree.
But Kyle Shanahan dealing with 3 different starting quarterbacks the same season based on injuries. They make the move for McCaffrey, and they're in the championship game. I think if I'm just basing it off of the coach who navigated the biggest obstacles to success, and that's just losing quarterbacks, I think it's Kyle Shanahan to me. And he's had such a long, sustained sort of resume of succeeding at that level that at some point you got to give him the nod. It's kind of like why Belichick was never talked about. It was just they won for too long, were too good. I'm sure he won it at some point in there, but this season, I just like Kyle Shanahan.
Question for you. Do you think Dan Campbell should be there instead of Sean McDermott?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I would put Dan Campbell in there. Him and Sirianni to me are similar in terms of they just came in. Their personalities worked. What I like about what Campbell should be given credit for is bringing in all these former players to coach, and it friggin' just working. That was just, he's like, I'm just get guys who played.
And look at Ben Johnson, right? So he's assistant coach of the year now, and rightfully so. And he was interviewed by all these teams and all that stuff. I mean, I
think this is the most competitive group of head coaches for coach of the year candidates I can remember. Like all these guys are amazing. I'm not sure why Nathaniel Hackett's not on this list though.
You were doing so well, buddy. You were doing so well. Yeah, again, me personally, it's Dable because the roster, they had a nice draft, but they didn't have like the biggest, splashiest like free agency. They just like, they took what they had and they had no wide receivers. They were playing with a practice squad secondary, like, and they took Daniel Jones, who everybody wrote off, and like made him have an efficient season. Saquon Barkley, he's now up for comeback player of the year, revived him a bit. I just think that, you know, Dable's there. Peterson's 100% up there. The only reason I'm not giving is because what you said, they already had the number 1 overall pick with Trevor Lawrence, right? Yeah. That was it. They had the number 1 overall pick this year. And on top of that, like they brought in a bunch of free agents, which a lot of people laughed at them about, but like that was the right move. I think it's just like the worst roster that someone had to deal with here is Brian Dable, and he took him to the playoffs and to the divisional round. If
your biggest metric is the coach that did the most with the least, I don't think you can argue anybody other than Dable.
Yeah. That's just for me, like my, like why that metric like shows like, yeah, that's great coaching. You know, because like I agree with you. Shanahan is one of the best coaches in the NFL. I also think, and I completely understand, like QB3 navigating that at the same time, Shanahan like has a star-studded roster. Sirianni has a star-studded roster. I'm not trying not to give them credit because they all deserve credit. But I think like they just have studs at a number of positions. And where are the Giants? Like, where do they have studs? Before this season, ain't nobody calling Saquon Barkley a stud except like for his like rookie year. You know what I mean? Like no one's calling Daniel Jones a stud.
Lawrence is the stud.
Yeah, Lawrence is like really good. So
no, you're right. There's if Dable gets it, it's well earned.
Sure.
He did the most with the least, 100%. Kyle Shanahan. It should be to me. It should be between those two, but we'll see.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
connect.
Right,
we want to do some rankings.
Oh yeah, Tommy boy. Oh yeah, Tommy boy. We're gonna rank the heck out of these guys.
Oh yeah, gonna do it. Dude, Jeff Saturday is in his second round of interviews with the Colts. Wow. That interview should have lasted 5 seconds. Have you ever blown a 33-point lead? Yup, bye. Done. That's the whole conversation. Done. In a half.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tomlin, no, because Tomlin's another guy that, like, he's just consistent. And even though, like, he didn't have a great roster either, they'll look at the defense and be like, you know, you got some studs there.
Yeah.
But
if they got into the playoffs, then yeah.
Yeah.
But like you got to kind of think about some of the personnel decisions, right? Like Mitch Trubisky, that didn't work. That wasn't the right move. You know, and you got to put that, I think, on the coaches as well. But
we're gonna have time for this. We're about to find out.
This. So I've got tight ends, I've got receivers, I've got running backs, quarterbacks. What I put is like edge rusher / Chris Jones is in there. He's not an edge rusher. And then we could do like just general offense. I mean, defense if we want to rank those as well.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you want to start?
So
running backs, it's kind of tandems for each team.
Yeah.
So let's just start with running backs.
All right, running backs. Oh God.
I think this 49. Is a little tricky because McCaffrey's got a calf contusion.
It's 49ers or Eagles.
But I would say the Niners have the best running backs, McCaffrey and Elijah Mitchell.
Because between Miles Sanders, then you have like Gainwell and Boston Scott. I do think that there's a little bit of a drop off. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think you can go 49ers first, and then you could go Eagles second. I agree with that. Because CMC is also such like a dual, like he's a quadruple threat. The guy can freaking throw the ball if you want him to. Right. So I would do that.
My goodness. Hold on. My computer. I'm doing it, Peter.
How many? Wait, do you have 2 Christian McCaffreys?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought so. Why?
Well, because sometimes the all the images don't import. Sometimes there's like a size issue, so like I
Okay.
grabbed 2 just to be safe.
Okay. All right. So then we'll put the Eagles at number 2.
Eagles at 2.
And this is where we're going to disagree. I put the Bengals at 3. Pacheco is very good. It's Pacheco, though. I think Mixon and Pirine together are better than Pacheco, in my humble opinion.
Where's Sanders? Where is Miles?
The problem is I know you put all these in. You're like, crap, I don't know all of these guys' faces. So I need to go look them up.
I got him. I need the numbers to help.
Yeah, I get that, man. I get that. Okay.
Did I grab Miles Sanders? Where are you?
The numbers do. Oh, McKinnon. Yeah, McKinnon's very good. I don't know. I like Pirine and I like Mixon more. We're doing it off of groups. So like this is running backs first.
Yeah. All right. So you're saying for 3, who do you like for 3?
I like the Bengals, but people are bringing up McKinnon, and I get that. But like also McKinnon I know McKinnon stayed into block a lot against the Jaguars, but McKinnon is like that wild card. I think like you can rely on Mixon and Pirine, and they can be consistent.
It's hard because McKinnon is the Chiefs' 3rd leading receiver.
Yeah.
So because I was like, oh yeah, we got Kelsey's tight end, and I have duos for all the receivers. So I'm like Juju Smith-Schuster, and I was like, I don't know who the Chiefs' 2nd leading ball catcher was, and it's Jerick McKinnon. I would give the Chiefs the edge there just because McKinnon's used so much in the passing game. And outside of that, like one crazy 4-touchdown game for Joe Mixon, and don't get me wrong, he and Pirine played well last week. It feels like they haven't been as dominant. At least Mixon had a much better season in 2021 than he did this year.
Sure.
And that's why I would give Pacheco, McKinnon the
and that's
edge
what I'm saying.
over
Like
them.
When Mixon was out, Pirine played really, really well.
Yeah.
But I get
So
it. You could go like
make
how
the
they're
final call. How do you rank them here?
You could, I get, because you could use on how they're utilized, and McKinnon is utilized all over the field. So you could put the Chiefs there. I get that.
Chiefs at 3, Bengals at 4 for running backs.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. Like again, like I personally, in just the style, like running backs, I give the nod to Pirine and Mixon. Overall player, you could like say like McKinnon is utilized more. So I get that.
Pacheco and McKinnon.
Just like we need to compare the faces they're also small.
They are small.
Okay. All right. So do we want to do? You'd have tight ends next.
Yeah, we could do tight ends.
All right. Well, Kelsey.
Is Kelsey? Oh, there he is. Okay, I was gonna say, is Kelsey the only one I forgot?
It's Kelsey. Yeah, it's gotta be
Kelsey number 1.
Kittle 2.
Now 2 and 3. Kittle and Dallas Goedert.
Yeah, Kittle's 2. It's
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Goddard is it could be 3. But I will say Hayden Hurst has been playing really well. He played really, really well against the Bengals. But I'd put him underneath
Sheer
Goddard.
talent. Hurst. He also to me gets a knock because he looks like he should be living in an Amish community, not playing in the NFL.
Okay.
That he looks like a sadistic preacher from the 1800s. It's like a horror movie where the preacher turns out to be the evil character. That is what Hayden Hurst looks like to me.
So because of that, you're gonna take some points off, I guess.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow. So the Bengals, the bottom boy Bengals. Interesting, Tom.
I know. Hayden Hurst on there. Yep.
Now let's just go overall defense, and we can use the logos for this.
Okay.
Since we're not doing like secondary and everything, but 4th best defense heading into this weekend. Who do you think? I think it's the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Ooh, okay. Hey.
Chiefs.
Okay.
Then I put the Bengals.
Ooh,
Do you
interesting.
concur?
Yeah, sure. I agree.
All right. Then I'd put the Eagles and I'd put the 49ers. Even though the 49ers have issues with their secondary, I'd put them a step above.
This is where like I'm kind of stuck because if you're looking at the entire season, I think 49ers.
Yeah.
But based
Eagles,
on this
most
last
sacks.
weekend, the Eagles just they get after the quarterback so well. But okay, yeah, I'll give 49ers 1.
Yeah. Eagles
2.
led the league in sacks. Yep.
Yeah, 70. They almost broke the record.
Yep.
Even though it would have been a fake record because they had an extra game, but
Yeah.
they had 5 sacks last week. Okay.
All right.
That feels right.
Again, the secondary for the 49ers, I'm like, but yeah.
And in the power rankings, this is what I said the Chiefs should be concerned about is the Bengals just beat the Ravens and the Bills, who have had like the second and third best scoring defenses in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So the Bengals are about to play their worst defensive opponent of all the postseason.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So we got running backs, we got tight ends, we got defenses. Do we want to do wide receivers?
sure.
Okay. This is challenging.
I think the Chiefs actually have the worst wide receivers.
I would agree with that.
I
would agree with that.
Juju. And did I have 2 McKinnons in here? I don't think so. Oh wait, yes I did. There we go. Because if McKinnon's their second leading receiver, I just had to have him as the duo. But it kind of doesn't matter because Travis Kelce is the number 1 tight end. It balances out.
Okay.
Number 1 is easy for me.
You put in the Bengals?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
They just have
we
so many
got-
weapons.
Because it's 3 guys.
Yeah,
You got
it literally
Jamar
is. You got
Chase.
Tyler Boyd, you got Jamar Chase, you got T. Higgins. Yeah. I think you have 2 Jamar Chases.
Yeah, I do have 2 Jamars. Hi, T. Higgins.
So this is where it gets a little tricky. I think you give this 2 to the Eagles.
Yeah.
Because Devontae Smith and just AJ Brown are so effing good. Are those just 2 different pictures? Or are they the same picture?
I got
but just
2
one's really
AJs. Yeah, I think like if the Bengals didn't have 3 guys,
good? Yeah.
Brown and Devontae Smith would be number 1 for me. But Boyd and Higgins, they would be like a lot of people say Higgins would be a number 1 on any other team.
Mm-hmm.
Boyd is a number 2. Like if it was just Jamar and T. Higgins, I would probably give AJ Brown and Devontae Smith
I would too. Yep.
edge. Even though I think Jamar Chase is the best wide receiver in the playoffs of all the players.
I think it's him then Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. So then the 49ers would be 3rd.
Oh yeah, they got Ayuk and Debo.
Yeah, which are very good, but okay. So then we got quarterback, right? That's it?
Edge defense. We got
yeah.
And I got Chris Jones in there for the Chiefs. I was like, I'm not going to put Frank Clark in here. Or Karlaftis yet.
Okay.
But the best edge rusher, I believe, damn it, Nick Bosa, I guess, number 1.
Yeah, Bosa 1.
But I'm giving Hassan Reddick number 2. I think he's second.
He's been great 2 years in a row too, because he was amazing on the Cardinals.
3, because he played in Carolina last year.
Oh, so was it the Cardinals the year before?
Yeah. So the Cardinals were stupid, let him go.
They let him walk.
Panthers were stupid and let him go.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Then I would go Chris Jones or Trey Hendrickson.
I go Chiefs.
Yeah.
Bengals.
Jones, Hendrickson.
There you go.
Boom.
There you go.
Wow.
All right. Now it's the one that matters. It's QB. Now it's the one that Oh, see, Mahomes is hurt.
I mean, that's the X factor, sure.
That's.
I still think he's the best. Even when he was hurt last week, he was still making plays. After he got that shot,
Okay, we'll make this easy. Purdy last, yeah. Let's start there.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, Purdy last. Okay, we got that one.
The top three are really tough.
That's really difficult because
I
if
could argue
Mahomes
any
wasn't
of the
hurt,
three is number one.
if Mahomes wasn't hurt, I'm like he's one, and that's obvious. Crap, man.
How low would you put Mahomes? How much do you think that ankle injury is affecting him? Is the question.
Oh man, the risk, there's a possibility of me putting him at 3, but I'm thinking Hurts takes that, but then Hurts is good too. It just, oh my God, I really like Joe Burrow. I don't think Joe Burrow should be below 2.
I know, but if you put Mahomes at 1, I don't think Jalen Hurts deserves to be below 2 either. Wow, the toughest decision. People want to know where Chad Henne is.
Anything can happen.
You want to go Burrow, Hurts, Mahomes? Hurts, Burrow, Mahomes?
Honestly, I would go Burrow, Hurts, Mahomes.
Oh, what a controversial move.
And it's only because Mahomes is injured. If Mahomes isn't injured, it's Mahomes at 1, and it's still difficult, but then I put Burrow and then I put Hurts. I just believe in Joe Burrow more because he's been here before.
That's
and
fair.
It's just the experience that's there. Hurts, this is his full, because we saw him last year in the playoffs and he sucked. And then he had this great season this year, right? And we've seen him play in one game, which he was very, very good. Burrow to me is I just think that he is on an insane level right now.
Okay, best throwback logo. I think it's the Bengals.
It's the Bengals.
Worst is the Chiefs because they were in Texas. Eagles.
No, Eagles are 2.
Give me that weird gunslinging 49er at 2. Yeah, gold's in these hills, and I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna shoot that gold.
Okay. All right.
We did it.
You did it.
So wait, hold on. We got to go back.
Okay, we go back.
Who has the most players at number 1? We got, oh man, the Bengals got 4 dudes. The Niners.
But they also have 1 extra wide receiver.
Yeah. Wow.
I think the Eagles are.
Here's why I would argue. Here's what really.
Eagles are pretty consistent at 2.
Yeah, they're solid there. The Chiefs don't have a lot up top.
Where did we rank the Eagles? Number 2.
Number 2. See, Mahomes is so good, he makes up for the rest of this.
Yeah.
Mahomes and Kelsey are they're elite. They elevate all the rest of the team's flaws.
100%.
And it's not like they're flawed, like they're bad. It's just you can argue other teams have better skill players at the receiving positions, running back, defense, dynamic playmakers. So he really carries them. So if this injury does limit him, it's going to be huge. I just don't think it will, but
I'm so excited, dude. These games are going to be so good. I really think that both of these games are going to be incredible. I can't wait for Eagles 49ers. I'm really excited just to see 2 teams just destroy each other. And then I think, Sunday night is like a huge grudge match because the Chiefs want to freaking beat the Bengals so bad, and Bengals want to go back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's going to be a truth-telling game for Brock Purdy. And, Jalen Hurts should win that game. He's a better quarterback, and in that situation, that should be the difference. And then, man, if Joe Burrow loses to an injured Patrick Mahomes versus beating, the healthy Chiefs team last year, that's where the pressure is there. But I think the pressure's on Purdy, and the pressure is on Mahomes in these two games.
Yeah, I don't even think it's on. I think it's on Kansas City as a whole.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because they went back to the Super Bowl once after they won it. If they lose again, and this is their 5th straight time in the AFC Championship game, I'm not going to say that there's going to be questions that are going to start to arise, but maybe it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Because again, you have Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce there. That team will be as good as long as those two people are on the team.
Yeah.
Like that's just how good they are. It doesn't matter what their O-line is. It doesn't matter what the other receivers are. It doesn't matter their run game. If you have those two, they will be in the playoffs.
Yeah. And their O-line is great.
Yeah. It was great, and they held up really, really well.
Yeah. Healthy, great O-line this year.
But all right, Perna, we did it. We made it. What do you got coming out today, bud?
Working on a little news episode about where Aaron Rodgers might be going to those Jets. Aaron Rodgers, the Jets?
Of course you are. Of course.
Charles Omenihu for the 49ers. We didn't even mention this. He got arrested Monday for misdemeanor domestic violence. And Tom Brady, the Dolphins, heating up with some things.
Of course you are.
What do you got, Mr. Tom?
Predictions coming out today, and Bills fan reaction to the season.
Ooh.
So, did Cowboys yesterday, Bills today.
Sexy.
Tomorrow will be Giants. Friday will be Jaguars. Oh, yep. That's what we're going to do. But,
alrighty.
Folks, we appreciate you. We'll be back here on Friday to break down the conference games at 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Mountain Time. But, folks, thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. And this is GPS. And you have been navigated.
And you've reached your destination. Buckle up.